The galaxy was vast, filled with civilizations that had reached unimaginable heights, yet none quite like the empire ruled by Queen Liara. She was not just any ruler. She was a being of intelligence, beauty, and authority unmatched across star systems. Her species had evolved for millennia, their technology bending the very fabric of space. Liara was revered, feared, and admired in equal measure, yet there was one aspect of her life she held private, a yearning for companionship that transcended power and status. When she announced her intention to marry a human named Elias, many in her court were stunned. Humans were considered primitive, fragile, and barely capable of surviving the harshness of space travel without assistance. How could Liara, the greatest queen her empire had ever seen, lower herself to such a species? Whispers echoed through the corridors of her palace, doubting the wisdom of her choice. Elias, by all appearances, was ordinary. His past was unremarkable. He had grown up on a quiet colony planet, mastering simple trades rather than interstellar politics or warfare. His hands bore the faint calluses of manual labor, and his eyes reflected patience and quiet determination. To Liara's advisors, he seemed almost comically mismatched to her grandeur. Yet Liara saw something others could not. There was a spark in him, a calm confidence that spoke of inner strength rather than superficial achievement. Their first meeting had been orchestrated under the guise of diplomacy. Liara had been curious about humans, their unpredictable nature, and their potential resilience. She did not expect to be intrigued by Elias nor to feel an unusual warmth toward him. Yet in his presence, the queen discovered an unexpected equilibrium, a balance that no other being in the galaxy had offered. The wedding was a spectacle, a convergence of species from multiple systems. Shimmering lights danced across the palace halls, and emissaries from distant planets observed with fascination as the queen and her human husband exchanged vows. Yet behind the elegance, many questioned whether Elias could survive the complexities of Liara's world, let alone command the respect of her people. The early days of their marriage were a mixture of wonder and challenge. Liara taught Elias about her empire, introducing him to advanced technology, alien customs, and the intricate politics that sustained her rule. Elias absorbed it all quietly, asking questions with a gentle curiosity that surprised many seasoned advisors. He did not flinch when witnessing the queen's displays of power, nor did he attempt to emulate them. Instead, he observed, analyzed, and applied his own logic to each situation, a method that proved remarkably effective. The first hint of his hidden capabilities came during a border conflict with a neighboring system known for its aggressive expansion. Liara had dispatched her fleets to contain the threat, expecting Elias to remain behind in the palace, safe from harm. To everyone's astonishment, Elias insisted on accompanying the mission, not as a passenger but as a participant. When the enemy fleet engaged, Liara watched with apprehension as Elias moved with a precision that defied his ordinary appearance. He coordinated strategy, predicted enemy maneuvers, and issued commands that the Queen's most experienced officers struggled to comprehend. His intuition for tactics and battle dynamics was uncanny. The engagement concluded swiftly, with minimal losses on Liara's side and a decisive retreat from their adversaries. Liara's heart swelled with a mixture of pride and astonishment. Here was a human who had not only matched the Empire's expectations but had surpassed them entirely, yet she sensed that this was only the beginning. Elias's strength was not limited to intellect or strategy. It extended into realms that few could imagine. Months passed, and the palace grew accustomed to the presence of a human who moved with quiet authority. While others treated Elias with polite curiosity, Liara noticed subtle changes in how they behaved around him. Generals deferred to his insights, advisors sought his opinions, and even alien dignitaries showed a newfound respect. Elias never demanded recognition, yet his competence made it unavoidable. The true revelation came during an unexpected crisis. A rogue asteroid, larger than any previously detected in the sector, was hurtling toward Liara's homeworld. Conventional defenses would not suffice to prevent catastrophe, and panic spread among the populace. Liara had already begun mobilizing her fleets when Elias intervened. Standing before the Planetary Council, Elias outlined a plan that combined technology, physics, and human ingenuity. He proposed using a combination of gravitational manipulation and energy redirection, techniques that even Liara's scientists had never fully attempted. Skepticism filled the chamber, yet his confidence was unwavering. The operation commenced under Elias's guidance. Ships and satellites moved with flawless coordination, executing maneuvers that seemed impossible. Liara observed the human from her command station, her admiration growing with every successful calculation. The asteroid's trajectory altered, bending around the planet as if obeying Elias's will. When it finally passed, the council erupted in stunned relief, and Liara realized that the human she had married was far beyond ordinary. From that day onward, Elias's reputation transformed. What had begun as a quiet marriage to a seemingly ordinary human became a testament to human potential. Liara's people came to respect him not for his species, but for his unparalleled abilities, his courage, and his unwavering dedication to their collective well-being. Yet Elias remained humble. He never sought to overshadow Liara, never attempted to dominate her empire, and never flaunted his strength. Instead, he worked quietly alongside her, guiding decisions, resolving conflicts, and inspiring innovation. His presence reminded Liara that true power was not in grandeur or status, but in the capacity to act with integrity and intellect. The queen, who had once feared that marrying a human might be a mistake, now understood the depth of her choice. Elias embodied the qualities her empire needed: vision, strength, adaptability, and compassion. Together they became a partnership that no one could challenge, not through force nor through cunning. Liara's rule strengthened, and the galaxy took notice of the human who had risen to unprecedented heights. Their bond deepened beyond politics or duty. In private, Liara discovered that Elias's strength was not merely physical or intellectual, but moral. He listened with empathy, counseled with patience, and faced adversity without fear. In moments of doubt, he became her anchor, guiding her through challenges that might have shattered other rulers. She realized that the human she had married had always possessed the qualities of a leader, hidden beneath the surface of ordinary life. Word of their partnership spread across the stars. Other rulers marveled at the synergy between the queen and her human husband. Where aliens had relied on ancient technology and rigid hierarchies, humans brought creativity, adaptability, and daring. It was a subtle reminder that evolution, intelligence, and courage were not confined to advanced species alone. One evening, as they observed the twin suns setting over the palace terraces, Liara turned to Elias with a mixture of awe and affection. "I once thought I had chosen a human for companionship," she said softly. "But you have shown me that humans are capable of far more than I imagined." Elias smiled, a quiet, reassuring presence. "I only act as I must," he replied. "Your empire thrives because it listens, adapts, and respects its people. I merely help guide it, nothing more." Liara knew it was modesty, yet she understood the truth in his words. Strength was not always about the ability to conquer or dominate. It was about guiding wisely, acting decisively, and inspiring others to reach beyond what they thought possible. Elias embodied all these qualities effortlessly. Years passed, and the queen and her human husband faced countless challenges together. They confronted rebellions, navigated interstellar diplomacy, and explored uncharted territories of both space and science. In every situation, Elias's true strength revealed itself, not through spectacle, but through results and resilience. Their union became legendary. Historians would later write of how a human had transformed an alien empire, not by replacing its leadership, but by complementing it. Liara's choice had defied expectation, prejudice, and tradition, proving that greatness was not bound by species, appearance, or origin. Ultimately, the story of the queen and her human husband was a reminder to the galaxy that true strength often lay hidden in the most unassuming places. It was found in patience, ingenuity, courage, and moral clarity. The humans, thought to be fragile and insignificant, were capable of shaping destinies on a galactic scale. Liara's empire flourished as never before. Planets that had once resisted integration became allies, scientific breakthroughs accelerated, and the population thrived under a leadership that combined alien wisdom with human ingenuity. Through it all, Elias remained by her side, a constant reminder that the extraordinary could emerge from the ordinary. And so, the alien queen who once doubted the significance of her choice learned a profound truth: Strength was not defined by appearances or preconceptions, but by the ability to act with integrity, vision, and courage. The human she had married had revealed a greatness that transcended the galaxy, reshaping history and inspiring generations to come. In the quiet moments, when the stars stretched endlessly beyond the palace windows, Liara often reflected on the journey that had brought them together. She had